Okay, good evening, student. Today we are going to see the poem The Holocron. Actually, the Holocron is the poem written by William Shakespeare. The poem is taken from the play Richard II. Already in the last class, I told you that the background of the story and also the author introduction very briefly. Because I told you that author introduction is very important to you, student, because know about the Shakespeare's uh, Shakespeare, how he was and how he called in the where he was born and what are the famous words and also how many plays are he written and how many sonnets and how many long narrative poems and what is his nickname and also what is the full name of William Shakespeare, where it come from. These are the question is very important, student. You can recall again and again. That's why I'm telling that this is the third time I told you that. Okay, and also the background of this poem. I told you one second. Just listen here. Actually, the holocron is taken from the poem um, Richard Truth. Okay. The background of this poem is actually the play is based on the true event at the 14th century, uh, end of this 14th century. King Richard was crowned the King of England in the year of 1367 at the age of just 10 years old. King Richard, Richard II. After his continue the England for ruling the England for 32 years until his 13, 30, 1399. While he was defeated by his cousin Henry Bolingbroke, Henry Bolingbroke crowned himself and also named himself the king of King Henry the Fourth at the same year. While he was removed from the his while he was removed from this place, cousin was uh, take the as a king in the England, and also he named himself is the King Henry the Fourth. And after the in the Shakespeare's play actually dramatized the rendition of the last 2 years of the Richard II's life, and also after sent the Richard II into the prison, and also he was died in the prison, and also lost every his captivity also, and also the following extract, it means the following poem lines are set in the coast of Wells. Coast of Wells is nothing Wells Sea, where the King Richard is waiting for to help the Welsh army, but the Welsh army refused to come there. So the soldiers were just motivating this king, King Richard II. At the moment, King Richard II, Richard II know about his defeat, and also he just going to say that how they are expressing his sadness. This sadness given in this poem. This is the hollow clone. This is the background of this story. Okay, now let's see the poem. In the first 6 lines, I told you that the first 6 lines they given that author is going to say the sadness of in the while going to in the death of the moment, the sadness while he was removed from the kingdom, not kingdom in the position. It's called that it's given in the first 6 line. Okay, now just recall that. Now the author informed to just a suggestion to given the advice to the soldiers. We want to we have to defeat her, so we want to go to show her sadness. Now just we want to talk about the graves. Graves is nothing, it is the place of the human beings going to bury it. It's called the graves. So we are going to say about the talk about the graves. Tamil we saw told that the graves is nothing, it is the kalare. Okay, we want to be talk about the graves in the worms of graves of worms in the graves and also talk about the worms and also epitaph. Epitaph is nothing, it is an inscription of the after death of the person. Actually it was happened in the Christians. After death died the person, they written something in the uh, in their place, in the burial place, about their wellness and this works what is done at the while he was living in the world, like that. It is called the epitaph. And also he informed to that take a paper, use this dust using as a paper, and also take your using the pen for your eyes, rainy eyes, and also make the write the sorrows on the bosom on the earth. Bosom is nothing, and the chest on the earth. Use the earth as a paper, and also make the dust with the ice to write in the inscription in the epitaphs. And also you want to be select the executor, you want to take the you want to call the executors. Executors is nothing, after the person death, the executor is going to write about the valuable of this dying persons called the executor. So now you want to call the executor and ask them to talk of the wills. Wills is nothing, his property going to submit to others person is called the talk of wills. And not so, what we can be banquet, save our reposed bodies to the ground. After up next that he realized, and also we don't have anything because everything is for those who are coming in the next generation. So we have only deposed bodies. Deposed bodies is nothing, destroyed bodies to the ground, and also this ground. So he refers to here, the ground refers to after the death, they are going to bury the just for 6 feet. It's called already nilam. So this is for our own, and also our deposed bodies. Deposed bodies is nothing, get thrown the body. It means overthrown the bodies, destroyed bodies only for our own. So nothing we don't have in this earth. We only in the ground, the 6 feet ground, and also our deposed bodies. Like that given the first fifth stanza. Okay students, now let's continue the next poem. Our lands, our lives, and all are boiling brooks, and nothing can we call our own but death, and that small model of the barren earth, which serves as waste and cover to our bones. Okay, now see the first next 4 lines. Just we don't have anything in the earth. We have only just for 6 feet of ground, and also we have only uh, deposed bodies. We don't have anything. So our lands supposed to, while he was ruling this year in the country, at that moment he have some lands for the king. As a king had some responsibilities to save the land, and also have some persons, have some soldiers under his control, everything for his and our lives, and also the king's lives. It means Richard's chose lands and his life and all for everything. It now is going to hand over to the Bolingbroke. So because Bolingbroke defeated Richard too, so everything, every lands and life and all everything is went to Bolingbroke's hand, because he only the king to next after the Richard too. So everything want to submit to Bolingbroke. So he don't have anything, and nothing can be called our own but death. So we don't have anything. Just the Richard to inform to the soldiers, to the followers, those who are following the Richard too. It's called the followers. We don't have anything, nothing can be called our own, so don't call anything, it is not for our own except the death. We have only death is our own, so nothing we can call about our own. So everything is going to Bolingbroke's. Like that the Richard to inform to the followers. And that small model of the barren earth which serves as space and cover to our bones. And also we have the small model refers to the examples. We have some example, small example of the barren earth. We have only that barren earth. Barren earth refers to useless earth, empty earth, waste earth. It's called the 6 feet of this human body is going to bury in the land. It's called the barren earth. This is for our own, except don't have any things for our own. Only death and also the empty land is for our own. So empty land refers to, sorry, barren earth refers to it is the waste land. While after the death, they give for every person for 6 feet, like it's called the barren earth here. And also the earth just serves as paste and covered our bones. And also this earth just paste our paste means is nothing, just covering our bodies, because we want to, the person are going to die. After that, after the death, they are going to bury in the earth. So the earth just paste our bodies and cover to our bones. It's called like that here given. And also here they ironically they told that the serves as paste and our cover our bones. Bones is nothing. So now the just the our after the death we don't have nothing in our body itself, because actually the soul is be separated from this body. When the soul is attached to our bodies, every part can working. Without the soul is nothing, atma, will. So without the soul, there is nothing in our nothing movement in our body. Like that they also covered. So we have only bones on our body. The bones covers the our, just for that meat is covering the bones. So without the soul, everything is lost. Like that also ironically given. Okay, next scene. For God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of king. Okay, next two lines they told. So now we want to, everything is for God's will. We can't able to stop anything, because it's God's fate. So now come to just he called the followers, come and sit up on the ground. Now come and sit up on the ground in the west ground and tell sad stories of the death of king. And also let's come here. We want to talk about the death of the kings. Death of the kings means in the past years, so many kings were defeated from their position. So there are so many kings also died. So we want to be know about the star stories about the kings, how they are died, how they are, what are their honors. So we want to be talk about the sad stories of the died past kings, death of the past king. So like that, Richard to call his followers at the end of his movement. This is the next 6 line. Okay, student, I think you understood this one. Okay, we can continue the next line. How some have been deposed, some slain in war, some hunted by the ghost, they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered. For within the hollow crown that drowns the mortal temples of a king keeps death his court, and there the antique sits, scoffing his state and grinning at his pomp, allowing him a breath. A little scene to monarchs be feared and kill with looks. Okay, now see. So thus Richard to king called the followers, his followers. We want to be, because everything is for God's will. So we can't able to stop against the God. So every followers come here. We want to sit here in the ground, and we will talk about the. We want to talk about the sad stories of the past kings, how they are died and what is their honors and how they are ruling the country. Like that we want to talk. Like that she like that Richard to call the other followers, and some how some have been deposed. So now he told the followers, some of them, some refers to the some kings in the first they are ruling before the Richard II, how they are been deposed, how they are get through from this place, how they are deposed defeated from the kingdom in the king position. Some Ceylon in somebody's, some kings have Ceylon in war. Ceylon in slain is war is nothing. Slain is the killed in the war. Somebody are killed in the war, and also some hunted by the ghost. They have deposed. Some of the kings were hunted by the ghost and they died. Who's actually why they are hunted by the ghost means they have deposed. Who are they deposed the person? Like now the Bolingbroke is deposed the Richard II. Like that. That after the death of the Richard II, he was made up of ghosts and get some revenge from the Bolingbroke. Like that here they given. Some kings were hunted by the ghost. The ghost is nothing before the ruling the country, the king, because they were deposed, defeated the king. So he finally he get made up of the ghost and get revenge from that who was deposed. And so someone first point they given, somebody killed in the war and hunted by the ghost, the second one, and some poisoned by their wives, and also some kings were died with their wife given some poison. This is the third one. And some sleeping killed. Somebody is normally they are sleeping, but they are killed. It means they are died. But everything was all is murder for within the hollow crown. So this is for just for they are died for getting the just for the hollow crown. Hollow crown refers to it is a empty crown. There is nothing solid in it. It was have some hole. Just it was hollow. It was empty. So the crown is saw many king. Not only this is not a permanent for everyone. It is just for temporary. Like that they given. So some so many kings have died. There were somebody is died in the war, and somebody is hunted by the ghost, and somebody is deposed for somebody is poisoned by their wife, and somebody is normally sleeping while they are killed. But everything was anything is murder. Always is they are died. Anything is called murder, and also they are died murdered for just for the hollow crown. Because Bolingbroke also have some wish to become a king to get the crown, like that. So every person has some idea to get the hollow crown, but hollow crown is nothing. Hollow is empty. In that crown there is nothing, any solid, any strong, any willpower, but have some empty thing. They wish to get the crown. Then that rounds as the mortal temples of a crown, and also just they are for thinking about the hollow crown, and also that rounds the mortal temples of a king. Rounds is nothing, just cover the mortal temple. Mortal it means it is going to destroy. Immortal, immortal. Just know the meaning about this one, student. It is important. Mortal is nothing. It can be destroyed. Definitely it will be destroyed. Immortal is nothing. It cannot be destroyed. It's called the immortal temple. So temples of king. Temples of king is nothing. So here it refers to the king is wearing in his head. It's called the temples here. Actually, it's not a temple here given. Temples of a king refers to the king is wearing in his head like crown. It is definitely it's going to destroy. So in that crown have some keeps death in his coat. So in the crown, the death is in the corner of the crown. So it was attached to every king. What is attached in that crown means the death is going to the death is attaching. It was added in the crown because somebody is someday definitely the king is going to die. So it is called the mortal. Immortal is nothing. Immortal cannot be destroyed. It is the permanent. But mortal is the just for temporary. So every king have the destroy going to die. It is not the position is not a permanent like that given here. Okay student, I think you understood this poem ends until this keep is death. We will continue the next poem for next class. Thank you.